morning everyone. I hope you are well. It's Rachel here and we are doing Roxy's Journal of Stitchery. Now I remembered I had my little shovel here, so I'm going to stitch that. And what I'm doing right now is I'm couching on, I'll be stopping and starting the camera so it doesn't take too long, but I'm going to be couching on this, I was going to say this fabric, this wool, and I just got this in a pack. I don't think it had a brand. It was just like a pack that someone had put together. And I bought it many years ago at the Sydney Quilt Show. And there was this doll that had mixed bags of threads. So I'm very pleased to be using it. It has a little bit of a sparkle in it. Now I am stitching it in here, but then I'm going to be going over the top because I wanted to create some bulk. So I will be showing you some other things that I might like to do, including my garden, that are not necessarily a prompt, but I feel like they would go well. That goes through. So I'm just doing really big long stitches because I can, I'm doing actually about, I did 3 there because that's a bit thicker, and then I'm going to go over that bit with brown. And then, oh, excuse me, I'm going to do maybe 2 or 3 here, and then I'm going to go over them. Just keep your pliers if you're having trouble going through. It's a thick thread and I'm going through many layers. So 1, 2, 3. I could be going through even through 4 layers here. Just saves your hands a little bit. And then here I need to get the curve. So I just want to do 1 here. But I'll need to do that as I go because I'm going to get the curve there. I do 2, I don't know. Anyway, so I'll leave that there and we'll do that first, and I've got to choose a colour. So I want a grey sort of colour, I think. Let's see. That one. Bit darker, go a shade darker. I could use this one, which is similar. I might go a shade darker because otherwise I feel like that one's nice, but I feel like it'll blend in too much, so I need to go a bit darker. So I think I'll go this, it looks like a browny grey. I do have my light on because I was finding it a bit dark because it's kind of grey outside, not rainy grey, more foggy sort of grey. So so it's hard to see, and I think I won't do 6 strands, or maybe I will do 6 strands, so I'll leave that there. This is just a DMC, it's number 647, but my DMCs are really old. I've had them since Lulu was born, most of them, and so I can't guarantee that the number's still the same because they discontinue them all the time and then come up with a similar colour. I think they discontinue them. Maybe they have a dyeing batch. It's a bit like fabric, you know, the dye lots can be different. So maybe they have a session of, you know, they make an amount in one dye lot, but then find that, excuse me, they, you know, then when they run out of that batch, they have to re-dye it, and so therefore they need to change the number and discontinue the previous number. Does that make sense? Oh, it's really tough because of course I've got 6. I don't want it to go too thin. And I didn't want to cover completely the thread underneath either. So I'll just give you an idea of what I'm doing, and then I can turn off the camera and keep on going, and then show the next thing. That's better. So also to give the idea of it, like, you know how they sort of curve in the, so this actually can now go down into there. I'm not going to have it go across the bottom. I'm going to stitch the inner part, but I will jump over here and do this bit over here. I'll tell you in a sec, just 1 minute. Put that over there. So what I'm going to do is stitch all this inner part with this thread, so it's a little bit darker, and it'll be thinner because it's not couched on the wool thread. Actually, no, I'm just going to go across there with a back stitch, and then I'll colour that in with a short and long stitch. So we'll do a bit of that after. But first I just want to come across here. Hopefully you can see, because it's not very, you know, not very, the colours are not very strong colours on the background. So just do my back stitch. But we'll do all the couching first. Okay, so it is a very subtly coloured shovel. It could have been darker probably. What do I say? Shoulda, woulda, coulda. Just get on with it and don't worry about it. Because otherwise you'd never get anything done, or you'd be eternally pulling everything out. Oh, and I didn't ask anyone, how are you all today? I hope everybody is well and having a great day, or starting a great day, or going to bed, as the case might be, or just waking up, or not sleeping. Some of us don't sometimes have trouble to sleep. Let's just come around here like this. I got a lot of work to do on this. I still need to finish my Christmas one. If you want to see how to put your book together for your Christmas one, I'm sorry I haven't done mine yet. I'm very time poor. Just pop over to the Roxy's Journal of Stitchery Volume 1. We did put our books together. I did the accordion and Sarah did the regular. To get rid of that, regular pages. And we did it in volume 1, so you can see that there. I will share mine when I eventually get it done. My goal will be to get it done. Where did that come from? I'm just going to cut it. By the end of the year. No, by halfway through the year is my goal, but I don't know whether it will happen. Gosh, I can't believe we've nearly finished February. This year is going way too fast. I'd like it to slow down. Now, let me just, got 2 needles poking through there. That's an interesting concept, isn't it? I want to get that one out of the way. So I can actually pull this one through. I've been seeing some incredible glass houses, no, greenhouses, not glass houses, greenhouses and sheds. Of course, you're always way ahead of me because I'm so slow. just knot it. I always intend on getting stuff done, but then I didn't because I went to the antique market twice this weekend, and then it took me all weekend to you know, I've got to put all my stuff away and not allowed to have stuff lying around. And so I didn't really get that much done. I did do a video. I worked in my Aussie journal. That was something. So now I'm going to show you that quickly, the short and long stitch. How I do it, I don't know if I don't think I do it the right way, but I'll just start over here. Basically, it's a short and long stitch. So you do one, you can do one short stitch, and next to it, I sort of come up here, do one longer stitch. I am struggling today. And so this one, well, that one can be a short one, and then the next one will be a long one right down to my other stitch bit here. Slide that one in there. And then when you come back, oh, I think I need to slip another little stitch in there. I can still see the lace. Basically, we're just colouring in with our thread. And then you just come up here this is my short stitch here. Just come up next to it, yeah, where that went in, and then do another short stitch. And then here, well, actually that's a longer stitch, and then I've got a little short stitch where the long stitch is below it. Does that make sense? You can even come into the stitch if you want to. Anyway, I really just wing it. It's just because if you do really long stitches up here, then they'll sort of, you know, they'll lift like that because they're too long. Those are going to be anchored down in a minute. So I'll do a longer stitch here. Actually, and then I'll do, yes, a shorter stitch next to it. I do them very unevenly. I don't do it perfectly. So you get the idea. You can go right across doing it and then come back and fill it in. It's a longer one. And then next to it, a slightly shorter one. Oops. And then to give the idea of this being wood, I'm just going to do a little running stitch in, I don't know what colour, I'm thinking dark blue, but I'll just decide afterwards. So I might get that done. Maybe I'll pause. No, actually I want to do this first. So when I'm going to pause the camera. So here where there's the long stitch, I have a short stitch here, and then in between there you can see the little short stitch. I have my stitch and it will be a longer one. So I'm just going to finish off that, and then I'll come back and do this bit here. And I'll also do right now the running stitch. You don't need to see that. It's just like a cantha stitch. So I can do that for the panels. Then I need to I'll also outline the window as well. And then see what else is going to happen. Okay, so I'm back. I did all my running stitch there, and I can't tell you, it's really worth putting the stitches in to your fabric and not sort of, let me say it, being lazy and skipping over that step, because when you run your fingers over it, it just has such a different feel to it. It's really lovely. So definitely, I'm definitely one for putting more stitches in than less. So, I mean, these are all stitched down, and you can see the little stitches here, the little indentations. But when you start to get the running stitch, the cantha stitch over the top, it feels even better. So I did this, and I can see the little sparkle. You probably can't, but I can see the little sparkle of that thread coming through, which I'm pleased about. And so I just wanted to do the other side of the handle with you guys, and then I can end off the grey, and then I need to do the brown top. So I'm putting my stitches sort of near each other, but not exactly flush together, so that way I will get a little glimpse of the thread underneath. Now, if you wanted to really build it up and make it really dimensional, you could go over it multiple times with a it's kind of like a satin stitch, and then it just builds up and becomes more and more chunky. There's actually so much work to be done on this little project. So many details that need to be completed. I just need to allow myself some time to do it. Okay. So I'll just put that thread away because I don't need that one anymore. And then I need a brown, thinking maybe a brown that is a bit more sort of ashen. I don't know if that's the right word. I'll use all the strands. Now this is a super old thread, because when I first got the little skeins of DMC, I didn't know how you open them, and so I snipped the ends, so I've got little short bits of thread. So that means that's one of my first threads I've ever had. So here I'm going to do my stitches closer together, and because it's kind of like the handle, I think I want it to be, I might even want it to be more bulky. I'm going to have to use these pliers, guys. It's so thick. Okay. I'll see what it looks like with one row, like, you know, one amount across. But if I want it more bulky, I could come back and go over it again. I actually think it's going to be fine because it's going over the wool. Boy, is this tough. Okay, I think that's enough. Yay. Good. I can stop struggling with it. I can't tell you how even and stiff it is now. And, you know, in my hand, that bit. Really chunky. Okay. Put that back in its spot and let's have a think now. I want to do my window. So I'm thinking, do I want to couch something around the edge of my window? Let me see. I don't even know what color it is. It is meant to be glass. That's an interesting thread. I don't know where that one comes from. Quite like that color. Or maybe that one. No, that one, not that one. Although that would be wood, wouldn't it? So, I won't use that. I'm going to go into my browns. I think this might blend in too much. Oh, let's have a look. I actually like that. That's subtle. I'm going to put that on there. If I can, this is another one of those really old ones. If I can unravel it all. It's a bit of a mess. I won't even bother telling you the number. It probably doesn't exist anymore. I'm going to use 6 strands. I'm going to do one big stitch across. Now I'm not going to leave it like that because that would just wiggle everywhere. I'm going to do another stitch across the other way to there. And then in the center, to hold it all down, I'm just going to put a little stitch across the center that catches all of the stitches, and that holds it there nice and firm. And how easy was that? And now I want to do the fun bit and work on my pot. Now I need to look at something for inspiration, I think. So I'm just gonna, I've got a couple of books here. We'll have a look at those quickly. Rightio. I've still got, I'm gonna do little bits of grass here, I think. I still need to do grassy bits here, and we could, I don't know, put something there. I need to do some grass shooting up there. I'm still working out. I could put a watering can somewhere, possibly. I don't think we have a watering can or a basket of something. We don't have a watering can prompt, so feel free to put one in. I think people probably have. I'm going to look at this here. Let's just go. This is this wonderful book. I'm just going to bring you up a little bit. Don't get seasick. There. And Embroidered Country Gardens by Lorna Bateman. She's South African. Okay, so there's all kinds of fun little things in this book that you can take inspiration from and add into your garden. So, what I wanted to do was just quickly, it's all very precise. I just wanted to see where I had that page open. That was inspirational to me. I'm going to look at those flowers for them, just to do them. I like this book because it shows you all the different individual flowers if you wanted to do those, a specific type of flower, and grasses, and it has leaves and stems. I just wanted, yeah, I really did like this. I'll take this out here just to see the cascading, and then just want to see like a lovely little basket with cut flowers in it somewhere could be good. Just trying to see if there's anything in here. Oh, that's what I wanted to look at. Well, I might do a watering can, but I want to just look at the cascading flowers. Oh, there was a fence. I didn't even see that. They're projects, all different projects and stuff. So we don't need to look at those because we're not doing a project right now. And then I have this. Oh, this is a French book. I bought this many years ago when I was Sylvie Blondeau. I like her stuff. It's very simple embroidery. Oh, look, there's a garden shed. I didn't even remember that. Little veggie garden watering can. I just thought there might be something simple in here that I might like to take inspiration from. I don't know. I remembered a watering can, so let's just have a look. There's a table and chairs. It's a very cute little book, very simple, a lot of back stitch. Little bit of satin stitch, and that's probably, oh, chain stitch there. That's it. Very simple book, but lovely, cute designs. Very cute designs. But I don't think there's anything in here that I might use now. But you might like, it might be suitable for someone. Cute basket there. I really bought this book when I was doing the growth charts. I sort of used to find inspiration in these cute, very simple line sort of drawings. Okay, I'm going to just drop that on the floor. Now, let's start to do the flowers. So I probably will do French knots, and I'm just going to decide on what colour do I want to do here. Got some variegated threads here, like something that might be a bit bright. Then I've got my carrots up there, so that kind of bothers me. I've got a variegated blues here. No, that's going to blend in. We don't want to do blue. That's going to blend in with my shed. Let's see what I've got. I'm looking in my DMCs, and then I'll see something like that. No, I think that's going to blend in too much. Something like this. Be good. Bit clashy. I don't want blue, I said, so I might struggle. No, I said no to that one. I may struggle to find what I'm looking for. And then I will need one for the greenery, so I could just use something like that, a variegated one, and I'll get a bit of variety in colour. I may have to hop up and grab. Let me see what I've got in this one that I brought back from Australia. I may have to grab my what are they called? My other ones. That colour. I might like this colour. This is it. I was thinking I might need to go and grab my perlé ones, but I think I'll use that one. Okay. I won't use 6 strands. I think I'll use 3. And I'm going to do the French knots first and then do my greenery, or will I do my greenery first? I don't know. Let's just thread it up. Let's have a look here. I think I'll do my greenery first. So let's grab this, and I think I'll do 3 strands Did I say I was doing, no, I said I was doing 3. Now, why did I get 6? One, 2, 3. Thread it again. And I'm going to get 3 of this. Not much variation happening there. I'll have to jump all over the place. I don't think I'll draw anything. I think I'll just go with the flow. I can just always add more afterwards. Okay. So I'm just going to do a little sort of back stitch here. I might do a split back stitch. If I find I'm not getting enough variation, I will. And then I'm going to do little teeny tiny daisy stitch leaves. If I'm finding I'm not getting enough variation, I will, it's going to take me a while to do this. I will grab another colour and come in with another colour. I do want my greenery to also come down lower than the pot, what do you call it? The planter. I could bring you back in a bit closer, couldn't I? Because it's so thick, I do have to just do the stabbing method where you jab down and instead of, you know, sliding your needle across and moving a bit faster. I might have one up here. Like this. I'm just going to go through the top layer. And I'm just going to slowly build it up. And if I feel like I'm in doubt at all, I'm going to, that's really hard, I'm going to start also putting in some of my French knots as well. If I feel like I need to put more in. Just to get a feel for the composition. So because it's all so small, we're going to need to do quite a lot. I just tap it every so often just to make sure we're in focus, because I'm very, you know, I'm close to the phone and the movement could make me go out of focus, because that has happened before. So I really do make it up as I go. I sort of don't really think about any rules or anything like that. I do need some more variety in green, so I may come back with another green, because this one seems to be a long length of lighter coloured green. But I will still finish off these 2 threads and then come back with another one. Okay, that's a bit short now. And I think with the other green, I might come in with a different type of thread, like a wool or something like that. So I think I'll come over here and so I might work my way to the other side with this thread. So I'm building up a greenery sort of base that I can then put on my French knot little flowers, but I do need to really fill in quite a bit. So just random stem, branches or stems and daisy stitches. am going to jump over here, so I've got a bit of this colour happening over here. I'm going to come up here. And I think that, you know, plants are quite random, so I just want to have random things shooting up in all directions. Not like, I mean, like they're not symmetrical. So thick. It's coming together. It's taking a bit of time, but it is coming together. Okay, that will be my last one in this thread. Okay, and let's choose. I think I might choose one of the mohair threads that I got from the Crewel Goblein in Sydney. And she has them for sale. They're discontinued colours, and she has them on sale on her website, if they haven't all sold out, the lovely Julie. So let's see which of these. I think I want to do, oh, that one. It's already decided. I don't want to go too dark, so I think I'm really liking this one. So we're going to do some leaves with that. I'm just going to thread it. And I will link Julie. I think I have her permanently linked in my description box, because she really has some wonderful threads. Beautiful. And the mohair ones are Gumnut. It's an Australian brand. And she has incredible cross-stitch charts, I mean, and some other embroidery charts as well. Beautiful linens and things. So it's a really, if you go to Australia, it's a wonderful shop to visit if you're into stitching. But you can also purchase online. And Sarah did a video that you guys would have seen, sharing the store when she went there a while ago with Mum. So I'm just going to jump around and add leaves in. Uh-oh, I've got a knot. That's not going to be good. And it won't go through. And how did I get a knot? That's a problem. If it breaks, it's okay. I'll just cut it off here. And I will have to thread it and end it off. Just grab a needle. Will I be able to thread it without the threader? Lucky that's a little bit, oh my goodness, I'm never going to get through there with this needle. It's a really thick one. Lucky it was just long enough that I had enough to do that. So you get the idea. I'm going to go around, I'm going to pause the video and continue to put more greenery. When I've gone around with this green all around here, I'll start putting the French knots on and we'll see if I need to add more. Okay guys, so I'm back. I'm on screen. I'm going to rethread. I've done a coming together. I'm really happy with it. I'm going to rethread my variegated DMC here and just finish off this thread doing French knots everywhere. I've got pale pink there, so that's good. That can go, I can start here. So I sort of jumped about a little bit so that I could get the different variations in colour. I've also done a little bit of stitching down here of grass. I do have a lot of detail work like that I need to do on my piece. Like lots of you have already done, sort of like you've been doing your details as you go, but as I run out of time and have to do other stuff, I don't get to sit at it, you know, like I can't just sit all day today and stitch on it. Also my hand's tired because I've been working on my fleur piece as well, which I've kind of prioritized at the moment because I need to get it finished. They have a deadline. So, and that's really a struggle. It's really thick and it's really like my hand is in agony. So, I may want to build up a few more French knots. I'm not sure, but anyway, I think I've still got quite a bit of nice piece of thread here, so might even have a flower up here, just so I'm not going too square, like you know, across in a line. Have an odd one up higher or lower. I feel like I need to outline my, what is that? Outline my window as well. I might do that. I'll just choose a shade darker than what the linen is, I think. And just do a back stitch or something around it just to outline it. It needs a bit of oomph. I really like the colour of this variegated thread. Yep, just so 3 wraps, really easy French knots. come up in here a little bit. I might need another one, another length, but I'll do that off camera, I think. Can't tell if everything is okay. Itchy eye. I feel like I might need a few more in there. I'll just do one down here, maybe a bit lower. And that will be the last with this length. Okay. So I will go ahead and finish that off, and I'll outline that, and then there'll be photographs. I'll put the photographs, well, they'll be at the end of the video, but also I will put them on Instagram. So there's my little back of my garden shed. I've got a little spade there, a bodgy spade, but I quite like it. I like the feel of it too. And so yeah, I'll share some photographs, and it opened it up that way. And I need to start thinking about up this in this area as well, and building that up a little bit. But oh yes, the next prump might work up there. I don't know. I'm not really thinking about it too far ahead. I'm sort of doing it along with you guys, even though I know what the prompts are. I can't remember them all, of course. They're written down. But I sort of don't look too far ahead. I just sort of let it happen. And a lot of the prompts, besides something like this, there are a few major features, but a lot of them are little inserting sort of things. So they're a bit of fun. So you do have a bit of scope for building up your garden around the prompts, if you know what I mean. So I'm going to go, and I'll finish off this bit here. I want to put a few more in, I think. I mean, it's quite okay how it is. I probably don't need, I would like to put one down there, and maybe just a couple more in here. Maybe one over there, so it's shooting out the side, and maybe one up there. No, that would be too much. One over there. And then I'm going to outline that, and then I think I'll be done. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again soon. Bye.